Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies in their diapers, welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today, we're going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have a hard-working video game about farming, a book about a dragon master, and we have a totally awesome guest. Today, we have the one, the only, the amazing Ell Estill. Ell is a music producer and a hip-hop artist. I even heard that he is called the Lyrical Priest.
Yes, that is true. How you doing, Tiberius? Nice to be here.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Well, today we're going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be some work.
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is My Farm. So this is a game on the Roblox platform. It was made by Toya. Because it is on Roblox, you're able to play it on PC, Mac, Xbox, and even your cell phone. And it is free.
Free?
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's free.
That's awesome.
Well, you may remember Toya from their other game called BFF, Best Fish Friends, not BFF, Best Friends Forever. But that will be a review for another day. So I entered the game, and boy, does this place look cool. So what you do is, well, you walk over to your farm, claim it, and then you get to pick your house. So you have $4,000.
$4,000 off the rip?
Yep. So you have to buy a house in that budget. So you buy a house that you can design, and then you can design a path to your house. Oh, then the fun part begins. So you have farm plots, and then you get seeds from a person that gives you quests. Then you plant the seeds by clicking a farm seed spot, then you water it, and then you wait for it to grow. Don't worry, it grows pretty fast. Then you get whatever seed you put in the seed spot. Instead of the seed, you get the product that you are attempting to grow.
Wow.
So you can do solo quests, and then you can get an animal. When you get your animal, you can put it in the animal pen. You can collect stuff like eggs and milk from the animals, and then sell it at the trade market. After you finish the quest you were given at the beginning, then you get more stuff from the quest person. My favorite animal is the golden chicken because the eggs are worth a lot. I also like the normal chickens because you get to change the way they look. Well, you can make mini games, but you need supplies and money to do that. I really like the paint the chicken mini game. Well, I give this game 10 out of 10 stars because it's so much fun to get better. And you get a lot of cute animals. And the mini games are fun as well. Even my mom played it with me.
Oh, yeah?
My mom's not really a gamer.
Well, it's got to be cool if your mom plays it with you.
Yeah.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
And now it's time for the book of the week, Dragon Masters 3, Secret of the Water Dragon. This book is written by Tracy West. Let me get the back of the book. In fact, Elle, do you want to do the honors?
I sure will, Tiberius. Someone is trying to steal the dragon stone. Drake soon discovers that the thief is his friend and fellow dragon master, Bo. Could the Dark Wizard somehow be behind this? The Dragon Master must find a way to support the Dragonstone and keep Bo's family out of danger. Will the secret to solving their problems lie with Bo's dragon? Shoo? Drake is about to find out.
Well, this is an AR book. It is worth 1 full point. It is rated for 3rd grade and 3rd month. This is a great series about King Roland and his dragons and the Dragon Masters. I got this book from my school library. So this story is about a boy that got taken away from his parents and all that stuff from his farm to be a dragon master.
Cool, man.
So this is the third book. So it already mastered light and earth. So Bo and Rory, two of the dragon masters, have not connected with their dragons. So first the dragon masters are getting new saddles for their dragons. So what they do is they put on their dragon saddles on the dragon's back, and then they find that the dragon's stone is in danger. So they go to the stone, then find out that the person tried to steal the dragon stone, upset the spells that Griffith put on it. So then Bo sees a note and a black feather on his bed. So what do you think the note said?
I don't know.
Well, I want you to read the book yourself.
Oh,
so
man.
Go read the book if you want to see the
man,
ending.
you got
The
me.
ending was
He got
amazing.
me on that one.
Oh, I really enjoyed this book too. So it was really good.
Hey, it sounds good.
Well, I give this book 10 out of 10 stars because it was an amazing book. And I really like that they had to bring Emperor's Song back to normal.
Wow.
See David Smith Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855.
And now it's time for the interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is going to be so much fun. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Ell Estill. Ell's a music producer and hip-hop artist. I even heard that he is even called the lyrical priest.
That is true. Lyrical and bringing you the message. That's for the priest part.
Yep. So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
Man, I'm liking it. This is fun right here, man. I feel like going back in my childhood. Yeah.
So you have been in the music business on and off ever since you were a kid. Well, what got you interested in music?
Well, I would probably say my mom, because my mom had all the old school records. And so she had one of them old school turntables that had the 8-track in it, and you could put a record player and it would drop down like that, and you could speed it up and slow it down. 33 and 45, yeah.
Kind of like a DJ.
Yeah.
Being it.
Yeah. Well, that's when the turntables moved back and forth. That's how I kind of got the scratching. Yeah. So my mom got me into it because she used to dance with me. She used to get into music and her grooves, and she used to pick me up and dance. So that's what really got me into music.
So what exactly does a music producer do?
Okay, so a music producer, I mean, basically what we do is we get an artist, we find out what that artist is about, and then we try to adapt the music to the artist. So if you're happy, we try to find a happy beat to go with what you're happy about. If you're angry, we try to find an angry beat to go with what you're happy about. If you're in the middle, we try to find an in the middle beat. So we try to accent what you do.
Got you. Okay. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it, I would say, well, I started producing in 99. So I worked at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Yeah, but I've been a lyricist since I was a young kid. So probably around your age, I was bebopping, hip-hopping, and running around like you. But then around, like I said, 12 is probably when I started getting into writing.
So what is the best part about working in the music world?
The best part is it just feels good. It feels good to sing a song. Singing a song for the world is like awesome. And plus, if you're having a good day or bad day, if I'm having a bad day, I write a good song. I'm having a good day, I write a good song. So bad days, I try to write better songs than I do good days. Yeah, because if you have a bad day and you write a good song, it'll get you out of the bad mood. Best part about working in the music world is meeting people. It's like being a therapist.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to sit everybody on the couch and you got to get to know them. And sometimes you can help them bring out the stuff in themselves. Like sometimes I'll meet people and I'll give them songs and then bring out, as the more I know, then I start to open them up and then they start to give me their own song. Everybody's like a book.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the book, like the Dragon book. Like you're a book.
Like, so does it take a lot of training to be a music producer?
It does. It can. But the thing about technology, like we were talking about video games, it makes it a lot easier. Like on my phone, I've got an app that makes beats. So the thing about it is when I bring my machine, my recorder, sometimes I don't have to bring the whole keyboard because the app does everything. And with the youth today, it's already got the sounds that they like. And so I just press the app and it just works like that.
So what was the hardest part about working in the music industry?
Hardest part about the music industry is, I think it is the people. Sometimes when you get in there, everybody's got a different idea. And sometimes your ideas, when you come together, they sound good, but sometimes they don't mesh because people got egos. So the thing about it is I've worked in a lot of bands, I've worked in a lot of groups, I've had a lot of people produce me, take me to the industry. But it seems like when they get to the door and the dream's about to happen, they explode and they implode on themselves. And because either they don't know what they're doing or they quite weren't ready for what they were getting.
So how do you get your ideas on what to write about?
It generally depends on the people. For me, I can write about anything. Okay, so I got 3 albums. My first album is called The Blue Room. Okay, so The Blue Room is a picture of the earth. And so The Blue Room is my earthly experience. My second album is called For My God, For My Girls. So For My God, For My Girls is how I got through my earthly experience. My third album is called You and I Verse, which means universe. But if you break it down, it means you and I verse. So now that we've had an earthly experience, God's gotten us through it, now we take it to the universe. Mm-hmm. Then I got an album that I just finished called Windows to My Soul. Yeah. So the thing is, for me, I just go with what I feel. As far as other artists, like I just did a guy named Ell Estill. You know Ell Estill. Yeah. He does the West Wing Show. Yeah. We just did his Firestarter album because he's the Aztec Warrior, and we also did his Jaguars and Leopards.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And then you were talking about dragons. My buddy is the Black Dragon. I produced him.
I'm like, that's really cool. So what was your greatest achievement while working with making your own music?
My greatest achievement, I think the fact just doing the music. I mean, I was given a gift, and the thing about it is the gift has kept me alive. There's been so many moments in my life where I've really been down.
You've been given the gift to sing.
Yeah.
You've been given the gift to, make music with your.
It happens.
So I heard you can rap really well. Can you throw me some bars?
Yeah, I could throw you some bars. Throw you some bars up on the show. Tiberius, just to let you know, tells me don't hit the desk. I try to be fresh, but I gotta do that less. But anyway, back to the jam. My name is Ell Estill, and that's who I am. And just to let you know, I got a serious flow on the Tiberius show. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow! That was amazing. So
Yeah,
who helped motivate or inspire you the most in following your dreams?
Artists, other people that I meet. Yeah. Well, here's the thing as a producer. So when I first started working with other people, I didn't know how the craft worked. Okay. So when I got my first drum machine, right? Because this guy gave me a machine and he said, this will help you with your lyrics. Okay. It was a rock and roll drum machine. So I thought all my sounds were going real fast. But then I met a hip hop rapper and he said, that's too fast for hip hop. So then I had to learn to turn it down. So every artist that I meet teaches me something different. That's why I work with different artists. So if I meet somebody and then they say, well, this is what I want to do, then I play them 4 or 5 other artists and then I ask them what they like. And some people say, I like this style, so I do this style. But everybody that I generally work with, they're all trying to get through the pains and the emotions in their life and trying to understand things. So most of the time what happens is they're really, like I said, it's kind of like being a therapist. So they get it out and they feel a lot better.
So what was the craziest situation that you ever run into while being in the music business?
Craziest situations. Man, there's so many of them. Okay, so I was playing with these guys, and they were known by the name of Billy Goat, right? So Billy Goat is half goat, half man. So anyway, I found a picture, and I was going to give it to him on stage, right? Now, this band, they're really chaotic on stage. The music is real funky, but they got a lot of chaos. But a lot of times people get hurt because they like to jump off the stage. So I was telling the guy, listen, man, we got to do some positive stuff. Make sure these people don't hurt themselves. So I guess he wasn't feeling it that day. And he was like, yeah, whatever, Ell. So anyway, when the show came, it was just chaotic as all get out. And when I was going to give him this picture, it had a picture of Pan, and it had a woman laying on it, and it had beer, booze, and all this stuff. Well, anyway, as we were on the show, I mean, chaos was just going all over. People were hurting themselves, falling off the stage. And anyway, right before I was going to give him the picture, because I had it wrapped up, the lights went off in the whole place. And they would not come back on. The people didn't know what was going on. But I was going to give him a picture of Pan. I was going to say, thank you for letting me rock the shows with you. You know, because he would always let me come on his stage and do some shows. And so I was going to give him that picture, but all of a sudden, just the lights.
So what about you, my listeners, if they wanted to grow up and make their own music album?
Well, I would tell them to probably get an instrument. Because an instrument is a good place to start.
Number 1, get an instrument.
Yeah. 2, after you get an instrument, learn to play the instrument. Okay? Because that's your first feel-good of expression. Okay. I've never known of somebody who started like at your age, who got into music, that stopped. Like my buddies, I'm 49. So I know people that are my age that still jam. And they still have studios. They haven't done anything. They make albums, but that's just their thing. Anybody that gets into music that I know stays into music for life. Even if they're not successful, they just always love music.
Well, if you could go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Be kind to yourself and believe in yourself. I used to beat myself up a lot. I didn't think I was cool. I thought I was a nerd kid.
So when you were a kid, what did you want to do when you grew up? Did you always know that you were going to be a music producer?
No. And in the beginning, I actually wanted to be the police, which is crazy, or I wanted to be a fireman, right? But
yeah.
The reason is because the police back in the day used to come by with cards, like baseball cards and the Bazooka Joe gum, and they used to hang out in the community, and they used to talk to us, and we just thought they were cool. And then the fire guys used to come around, and then they'd jack up the ladders and everything and talk to us. So I don't know if they lived in the community, but I just remember. But that's like at a young age, probably a little bit younger than you.
So what is more fun, producing other people's music, writing songs, or performing music?
I like a little bit of it all. I would say that I'm producing other people now. Before I liked doing music for myself. Now, my buddy, the Black Dragon that I met, we met in a heavy metal band. Now, that was fun. Because it was loud, it was crazy, and it was just a lot of kids, a lot of energy. But now we groove a little bit more. Instead of, we bebop a little bit more.
So what was the biggest mistake you ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
Biggest mistake I ever made, and how did it change me as a person? Well, I've made a lot of mistakes. The biggest mistake I made was, I think, taking people for granted, people in my life. Before I got to the point where I'm at now, I went through a crazy period. It was about 4 years. And I took a situation for granted, and that situation spiraled into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 situations, and it took me forever to get out of it. But once I got out of it, I said, thank you, God. They say if you're going through hell, keep going. I was going through hell, and I kept going.
So do you play video games, and what is your favorite one?
Well, I play Jewel Blitz on my phone. I play Toy Story. Wordscapes. I do the Wordscapes so I can find more words to write. But, what's that, Fortnite? Yeah, my daughter plays that a lot. Or I like Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Like,
yes, please.
Yeah, Mortal
Yes,
Kombat.
please.
That is
Like,
my
I
game.
can just play that with you all day.
Yeah, I love that game.
What I would just do is just, like, be, like, my favorite character. Done. Okay. Now, can you tell me that one story? You know, remember, this is a kid show, but that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell.
Okay. So, when I was a kid, we lived in a townhouse. So it had, the upstairs, the middle, and the downstairs. So before going to school, my mom told me to throw some clothes in the dryer. So in the basement, we always had a pile of clothes. So I would go as a kid and just jump in. Right? It's kind of like jumping in,
Leaves.
like leaves, yeah. But, I mean, it's close. But I didn't think anything about it. They're dirty. Well, anyway, so I had an afro back then. And, I had my pick on me. The black fist pick. So anyway, I sat in the clothes. And then when I went to school, as I was catching the bus with my friends, they were all laughing. So I was wondering what they were laughing about. But my mom's underwear got caught on my comb. So literally, I got on the bus, and they let me go all the way to school with my mom's underwear. And they did not say anything. I am surprised that they stayed in character enough for me not to know that my mom's underwear was stuck on my comb. But luckily, when I got to school, like in the first class, the teacher noticed and, put them away. But that was embarrassing. And I never forget that. So thanks, friends.
Yeah, you should have told him what was going on. I mean, that was a very funny story. So, this, kids, before you go to school, don't jump in dirty clothes.
True. Do not jump in dirty clothes. Now it
After
sounds kind of
school-
crazy. Yeah.
After school, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, do it all you want. So, is there anything I should think my listeners should know about you?
No, you can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on YouTube. You can catch me on SoundCloud. You can catch me on Reverb Nation. Ell Estill.
But for SoundCloud.
Huh?
But for SoundCloud.
What's the name?
Yeah.
Ell Estill. ELLESTILL.
Is
Yeah, well, I go under many different things. I got Ell Estill. I got Rhythm Evolution. I got, Ell Estill, Rhythm Evolution, Ill Dragon Entertainment. I go in, I'm like on 26 websites. I'm all over the place. We're always trying to get more and more listeners. So.
Wow, that's really cool. So, well, thank you, Elle, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Math Corner?
Oh, most definitely.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Well, thank you, Elle, for helping me with math quizzes. Today, we're going to talk about counting money.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I
love
know you
counting
do.
money.
So this is a good subject because, we all use money to buy things. But why is it important to learn to count money? So let's say there are two friends talking with me about wanting to buy one of my toys. It's a very expensive toy, by the way, and I am willing to sell it for at least $75. But friend A says he will only do it at $40, and friend B says that he would double that offer. So now the question is, should I sell my toys to which friend? Well, I am only willing to sell it if it is over $75. I would prefer to sell it for the highest amount I can get for it. I know friend B's offer is more because he said that he would pay double of what friend A said. But I don't know if that is over the $75. So I have to be able to count that to figure that out.
Okay.
So now to do this, I have to take the offer from friend A and times that by 2. So $40 times 2 is $80. Now, that is more than the $75 that I wanted. Well, if I take the $80 and subtract it by 75, I get $5 more than what I wanted. So this is good. Now that I have counted out, I can go ahead and make the deal. So, Elle, do you now know all about how to count money?
Yeah.
Do you also know how to count money while you're at work?
Oh, yeah. You better know how to count money while you're working. Because you mess their money up. You mess up your job.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Elle, for your help with Math Corners.
No problem.
And now it's time for the Heart of a Lion. As you know, we talk about the qualities of living by a heart of a lion, which stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility. This week, we're going to talk about integrity. For me, I think integrity is doing what is right, even when no one else is looking. Well, the qualities of integrity is honesty, sincerity, truthfulness, and fairness. So this week, I got to go to a barbecue party next door. My mom told me I could go on my own, but to be sure I kept my mask on. There were adults and kids at this party, and I was helping to get water and opening the door to help people get to the outside porch. See, I was not asked to help. I just did it with a smile to help out. I was the only one there with a mask. But I remember that my mom said to keep it on no matter what. She was not there to watch me, but even when no one was looking, I kept my mask on, except for when I was eating food. Then, when it was time to go, I went home and told my mom the truth about the party and that I kept it on. Elle, did you see or use integrity at all this week?
Yeah, I try to use integrity on a daily basis.
Wow. Well, of all the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite?
Nobility?
Well, why?
I don't know. To be noble, I guess that means to stand up, be regal or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it means to to help other people and be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Help other people when they're not doing their jobs.
Right.
So, that is being noble.
Oh, and that takes a lot of work, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, we should always try and be lion strong in everything we do. And that's just our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Ell Estill for being on my show. It has been so much fun talking with you today, and I hope one day to visit your studio and maybe we can make some music. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it has been great being here, and you can find me on Facebook at Ell Estill. You can find me on YouTube at the Ell Estill channel, ELLESTILL, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, anything that has to do with music, you'll probably find me there.
Okay, and be sure to listen to us next week on The Tiberius Show. Dear host, Tiberius! Boo!
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer, Joseph Boy. Production editor, Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager, Danny Boy. And your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.